After a 2-week hiatus, Motorsports Monday is back. NASCAR returns from their Olympic break, and you all know the local short track racing scene during the month of August is intense here in Kentucky. Well, that kicked off this past weekend as well. First, though, let's head to the NASCAR race. Richmond Raceway hosting the Cookout 400. NASCAR trying two different tire compounds for this race. A hard tire that can last a long time, and the option tire, which has a lot of grip early, but wears out very quickly. Toyota's dominating this race early on. Christopher Bell takes the lead from his teammate Denny Hamlin and sets sail on the rest of the field. Bell clearly the class of the field of this race early on as he wins stage one easily. We mentioned the option tire. Well, teams only had two sets of them, so you had to use them strategically. The first driver to put them on, that would be Daniel Suarez, and he charges through the field with that tire. He goes from 15th to the lead before the first set of pit stops. He's quick now, but remember, this leaves him with only one set left for the rest of the race. Suarez goes on to win stage two, though, leading the most laps of any race during his entire career in that second stage. The rest of the drivers start the final stage in the option tire, while Suarez is stuck on the slower prime tire. That doesn't necessarily hurt him, though. He's able to go on much longer than everyone else before he has to come to pit. Now, the big surprise late, Austin Dillon, coming into this race, was 32nd in points. Well, he passes Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin for the lead before a caution with 2 laps to go. Then he sets up the finish everyone's talking about. He takes out Joey Logano and Denny Hamlin in the final turn to win the race. What's your opinion? Clean move or not? In my opinion, the move on Joey Logano was probably fine, but then he turned Denny Hamlin right into the fence, and that crossed the line in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Regardless, NASCAR hasn't officially ruled out penalizing Austin Dillon yet. More news on that later this week. Somehow, Denny Hamlin winds up finishing second with Tyler Reddick and Bubba Wallace in third and fourth, with Ross Chastain rounding out the top 5. NASCAR returns to action next week up I-75 in the Auburn Hills of Michigan. To local racing now, the biggest race of the entire year in Kentucky, the North-South 100 from Florence Speedway. Maybe not as many fireworks as a NASCAR race, but more quality racing in my opinion. A record payout for this one, $75,000 up for grabs. It's Skylar Marler leading late, but Bobby Pierce powers to the front. Watch the slide job here. The crowd up in Florence goes crazy as Pierce is able to hold off a hard-charging Devin Moran to win his second straight North-South 100 feature win. What a fun race there. Unfortunately, for a second year in a row, I was not able to make it up to Florence for this one. Next year, hold me to it. I'll be there for it. Here's a look at the top 5 from this race. Drake Troutman finishes in third with Max Blair in fourth, and Brandon Overton rounding out the top 5 in this one. The big race locally this coming weekend in Kentucky, that's at Richmond Raceway, the 37th annual Butterball Memorial this weekend there in Madison County. You won't want to miss that one. We'll have those results next week right here in Motorsports Monday. See you all then.
Motorsports Monday with Dylan Godin is brought to you by Camargo Transmission and Auto Parts in Mount Sterling.